All righty. Let me start the recording and let me share the screen. Get the right thing here. You don't want to see the task manager. All righty. So this is what we've got. Go ahead and put aquí presente. I think we've got somebody else coming in. Let's see. No, that's just the meeting controls. Okay, so go ahead and put aquí presente, ladies. Sorry for my coughing. Like I said, that's what's frustrating me, Mackenzie, is it's this cough. I didn't cough any last night. I get up, nice day, hadn't bothered me for a while, and then lo and behold, I cough when I start to do the meeting. It's nuts. Okay. All right, so guys, you can see what it is. Preguntas, anything. I mean, sadly, not a lot of people still. So a few more people did corrections on the form, but each form, and Mackenzie, you did one set of them, so you really helped yourself. A lot of people are not doing corrections on the form for whatever reason. Now, guys, are there any questions on? And this is going to be sad for Zoom. We'll do it. I won't keep you that long though. But a lot more people said they'd be here, and this is the fewest I've ever had. I think one day I only had 4. So I guess I appreciate you two understanding they're required because these aren't optional. Okay. Now you can kind of see the notes from last week, ladies. All right, so I did a introduction on 339, and I went ahead and did that. So do you ladies have any questions? I know some of the people that really need to be here had questions because some of the people bombed the very last assignment, the very last one on the 30th. So say yes or no. You have any questions? You're looking over stuff. I mean, I don't care what it is. I had people still giving me errors on contractions. I'll go over that. Remember, this is your personal tutoring session here. So anything is open for questions.
On the changing the EI to the IE and stuff like that, can we
Yeah,
do something like that? Because I'm still kind of confused on that a little bit.
sure. All right. Well, all right. So, and it's good to hear you, Mackenzie. I'm glad your voice is not gone like it was one time, poor thing. Okay. First of all, Mackenzie, look right here for volver. Okay, I've got this. Now, um, I'm going to give you the full letter change, which let me finish color coding it. I did not realize, but follow the color coding with what I have right here. Let me get this right here and finish color coding it because that will help a little bit. Okay, something is going on here. It's just showing meeting controls. Let me see. No, the chat's still there. Okay, go ahead and mute for a second, Mackenzie. That way, in case Marilyn wants to speak, she can. Okay, and then you can unmute as you need to. So, all right. So let me get this fully color coded. Go to the format painter. All right. So if you're looking at the color code, you're going to see right here with volver, it's O to UE. So I give you the full letter change, which means I tell you which letter changes and I tell you what letter it changes to. The book only typically tells you this last one, okay, which I have never agreed with. So what you do is that you have to change the stem. You have to change the stem first. That's your first step. If you don't change that stem, your answer is going to be off by at least one letter. Okay, finally getting somebody else. Let's see what we got. Okay. All right. So there's Hola Azulejo. So the first thing you see is that you see VOLV right here, Mackenzie. and it changes to V-U-L-V. Okay, so the O changes to U-E. I'm not a liar. There it is. Now you also have to account for the letter change. So the letter starts with ER. So anything ER, IR, notice the opposite letter is an A. Okay, so when you go from volver, let me see, it's blinking at me. Okay, it's just meeting controls. No? So what you blinking at me for? What are you blinking at me for? Okay, I don't want to have that. I need to finish sharing the screen. Sometimes this Zoom goes a little crazy. Okay. All right, I'm gonna have to see what's happened here. Okay. Okay. So Tyler, go ahead and say aquí presente or type it up, okay, man? So we don't need to use a new share. So anyway, you have the letter change here. I don't know what it's telling me. It just says meeting controls. And it's not anybody coming in the chat, so I don't get it. There's no one sitting in the waiting room. Only God knows with the Zoom. Okay, so we're recording. Everything else is working. Okay, gracias, Azalejo. Now, so Mackenzie, and then the last thing you do is change the ER or IR, both of those, the opposite letter A for the commands. So now, Mackenzie, do you see the letter change? Notice it's purple all the way across. I'm changing the vowel. So I'm giving you the letter that changes to what letter changes. You have to write the stem first. Then you attach the commands, the command letter, which is an A. Now, do you see that?
Yes.
Okay. Now let me scroll down because this is going to be the previous notes. I think I showed another one. The book actually covered 2 examples that with the E to the I stem change that I hadn't seen before. I didn't remember it from any other book, and my memory is pretty good because I teach all these all the time. Oh, looky here. Okay. So these are not the ones that actually from last week, but they were from the previous day. So anyway, or from the previous tutorial session, so I can pull those out real quickly. But you see these. So let me close that one. So let me stop recording for a second. Let me stop the share. Let me stop recording. Re-resume the recording. Sam, go ahead and sign in, man. All right, let me do another screen share with you. For whatever reason, it will not show the other one to save to show us at all. All right, there we go. Make sure nobody else is sitting in the. All right, no one else is sitting in the waiting room. So Mackenzie, here's the big one. That for whatever reason, and this will not let me share from last week. That's the regular one. So let's see if we've got, yes, we have some open room. So this is, I want to do a different one from the book. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter because, all right, you have seguir. That one is E to I. And an E to I, according to the book, changes in all forms. Okay? That means that stem change goes to every form that you do. It doesn't drop at any point. So I'll show you this one. So again, we're using like a purple. So I'll go ahead and bold it, and then we'll try to get that purple. There it is. Okay. And then I'll show you the letter that changes. Okay, we'll do that right there. There you are. Now, when you go to conjugate it, you go and this is for the command. It's siga, sigas, siga, then sigamos, sigáis, and that's my neighbor next door. He likes to honk his horn when they're ready to go, and sometimes that's the mailman, but the mailman never gets here till about 4 or something. So I know that's not the mailman because they have the same type of horn. So notice the I goes all the way through. Okay, every form, there it is. Okay, and seguir means to continue or keep on. Marilyn would have already known that, but I'm running short of time because of Google being slow or lazy, whatever it is. All right, so now let's go over here. So exactly what you did, Mackenzie, is that you go from seguir, okay, your form, your root is seg, okay. However, what had to happen is that, remember, the GU, the U is to keep the G strong. All right, so actually a couple things changed. So actually what you actually had is that it went from seg, you had seg u, but then that U dropped, oddly enough, and you went to sig. You went to sig to make the command. So ignore this intermediate step. Normally I don't show that, but that's what happened to change the stem. So that's your first change, is that you must make the stem change first. So to summarize, on stem changers, on stem changing verbs, do letter change first. Okay, so you change your stem, so that's where you're at. Then paso número dos, apply the opposite letter for commands. Okay, so in this case, ER-IR changes to A. Now, not just for Mackenzie's sake, but does everybody see how I did that? Put stem change, yes, and then put letter change, yes. Put that on the chat. That's how we know you got it. Okay. Gracias, Marilyn. All right, how about you, Mackenzie? How about you, Azulejo? Did you get it? Man, this is just sad. There's four of us, including myself. Okay, muy bien, Mackenzie. All right, how about you, Tyler? Did you catch all of that? Stem change, yes. Letter change, yes. If you didn't get all of it, tell me which one you had trouble with. With Mackenzie being here, you ought to be feeling a little bit better.
I did. My chat's not working. I gotta try to fix it real quick.
Okay. All right, get those hammer and nails out. Just don't do it through your laptop or your whatever else. All righty. Okay, that's good, Azulejo. Okay. Wait a minute. Sam, you still there? Okay, gracias, Azulejo. Sam's showing because that'd make Mackenzie. No, Sam dropped out. Okay. We lost the Duganator. Oh, well, he'd made quite a few. All righty. So, so there is All right, so there's your 2 steps. Now the only other ones are that the the E to I. Hold on. All right, so this is the other one. The E to I stem changers and the O to UE stem changers, they change in all forms. This was the exception that I pointed out to a couple people last week, but even I'm gonna put even nosotros, vosotros. Okay, that's the weird one, and I didn't remember that. I just had to memorize all of them when I was in Spanish, and that was it. So this is in the book on page 344, and I put it in your PDF packet on Monday. Now, Mackenzie, Tyler, Marilyn, do any of you need to see that? If you need to see one of those or both of them, I'll give you 2 quick ones. I know Marilyn probably doesn't, because Marilyn, she gets it, because she uses it all the time. But Mackenzie and Tyler, how about you two? Do you need to see those, how they change? Because I'll be glad to do a different one that's not in the book for those one of each of those. See, no. Okay, Mackenzie, no. Tyler, no. Okay. All right. Are there any other questions at this point? Because I'm not gonna keep you long. We still have 3 minutes. But is there anything else that was really bugging you? No. Okay. Let me remind you, because this was a question from other people, folks. So let me reshare the. Let me go ahead and resume the share. One thing, this was something that I actually got a surprising number of questions on. Remember your sharing, all right? Remember your A plus the L is going to go to al. Okay, there was a question on a couple of these that some people said, well, I put L something, but it was wrong. Why was that? Al is going to mean to the, because it implies movement. Okay, and let me back that up. It's on the same line. Al is to the, it implies movement. That's what the A is for. Your A is your particle of movement in Spanish. You also have the personal a. Okay, so you have to be careful. All right, so if you said something like, okay, let me do this. I saw the teacher. I saw the teacher at Walmart. Okay, what you would have to do is say vi. Now it'd be, I'm going to do the extended one, el maestro in Walmart. However, the problem with that is you never have a and el like this, okay? So you actually have to say, because now notice it's not an accented L. You can't do that. You have to say vi al maestro in Walmart. Okay, so I'm gonna have to put that back down here. So you'll see what I'm gonna do here. All right, then. Let's see. Can't really color code this, but I'll go ahead and do it. I'll show it to where you can see where how it changes. A different color. Let's do something that's kind of off, but not quite red. You've got to do that because that's a personal but you say al, and the reason why is, just as a reminder, you say il really fast, and you can hear it kind of blend to al. So that's why it has to go that way. Alrighty, so if you see how the and the L blend, put L, yes. Okay, gracias, Marilyn. All right, waiting on you, Mackenzie and Tyler. Okay. Yeah, it's pretty easy. It's just a sound thing, which that's what happens with some things in Spanish. Not tons, but you have to remember it. How about you, Azulejo? All right. So guys, I'm going to end this. So thanks for showing up. I mean, I don't know what happened to everybody else. I mean, these I'll never forget having 53 that first day, and then after that, all right. Thank you so much for you guys showing up. You take care of yourselves. Tyler, be careful building those things. Always build it right, man, because remember, your customers will remember that, and you'll get the best sense of satisfaction out of it possible. Don't injure yourself. God forbid you put a nail through something where it shouldn't go. And I think Mackenzie would have something to say about it, wouldn't you, Mackenzie? Alrighty, so folks, you're dismissed. Nos vemos. Have a great Friday. Whatever you do, be safe. Be careful. Thanks for showing up. Appreciate it.